Okay, so update time. It's a lovely day here in Pittsburgh, and I was just thinking, it's ironic that this is going to be black and gold Steelers, but it wasn't intentional. But a lot of updates to give. So let's start right in and talk about that color. Just wanted to get some painting done. But this stuff here, the yellow part, I've done a lot of rattle canning and I've prepped this thing fairly well, not perfectly, but this was probably the worst paint I've ever used. So I think it's worthwhile talking about the correct application of this Krylon Color Max Paint and Primer. I said this was going to be a short update, but I think warrants some time to talk about the proper way to apply this, which is it was terrible. The only thing it's good for is painting the inside of the garbage can or the garbage truck on Friday mornings. That's all that stuff was good for. I ordered some Caterpillar orange, yellow, I think is the color here. And let's go for updates. I did get some welding done up under here. It wasn't good, but good enough. If I ever have it flipped upside down, I'll do it again. You'll see that I put these pigtails on that I like for heavy duty, connections. Of course, I have this one to plug in the winch. That one goes to the battery. I like those plugs. They're great for when you got something big to plug in. I've got this all set up, ready to go. I thought last night, like, okay, what makes me nervous about it? And the one thing was these tops, and did some time reinforcing those because that for a period of time when this thing's up in the air, it's going to be holding down on that, so it wasn't beefed up nearly enough. But I started to remediate that. And as far as on this part of the unit updates, I did a lot. More wiring. I took these pins out top and bottom and greased them. I thought about doing grease fittings, but I really don't think the amount of times it'll be going up and down Warrenstadt. Maybe at some point, at least something to do. On these pins, have a grease fitting on it I couldn't get to, so I ordered a 90-degree fitting, or not a fitting, but a grease gun end to get on those. Tested the winch out, but the real update for today is, this thing. So I think you see it's becoming a little more obvious what my vision here is. I did, hack this all up. I have it held in place by 5/16 bolts. What I want to do is, make actual threaded parts for 3/8. But this up here is a modification to the Harbor Freight. I wanted to get this as far forward as possible. So instead of having it down in that channel, I raised it up on top and welded it on full time. Now what that means is that this thing was meant to be adjustable by where the front's set. Now it's going to be adjustable by the back, but I had to drill some extra holes to do that. But this ramp was something I had before. I hacked it off at the back. See if you can see. Maybe, just maybe, that's the way it'll be going down the road. Those wheels in the back, I think I'm gonna make them removable. Right now they're just welded on, not solid welded, but just in places. I think I'll cut them off and put them in a bolt mount at some point and paint this. But yes, the one round did some painting. This is a weldable paint, but it really. I thought, well, I'll give that stuff a try, but it really threw it out there, a lot of overspray, so I didn't use a lot of the weldable primer. But anyway, I think you guys have heard me jibber jab about this enough, and honestly, I'm tired of messing with it too without a real test. So what the next plan is that gonna test it. So this will be the last all build video for now, and I think you. Looking forward to putting it on the truck and trying it out. So the plan is I'm going to take that cherry picker and it should roll when you back a truck under it. It should roll up on there. I don't know, there's rollers up here too. How it's going to line up with the little corrugations in the back of a pickup truck and how hard it's going to be. I think what I'll do for this first time, and the fact that I'll be on my own, is just take that cherry picker and bring it up in here and lift it. And that way I'll actually be putting it on the truck bed instead of using these supports. I do have some idea for how to use these supports to help load it in the future, but right now I think I'm more comfortable just getting it up in the air to where it's, you know, I'm back in the truck underneath it, or pushing it on with the cherry picker. So plan is the next video, probably just do a snippet of me doing that, pushing, getting it onto the truck bed right here, and then just a snippet of a dry run taking that up and down without anything on it. And then the last thing would be, which I'll do the whole thing front to back, is actually putting a motorcycle on there, taking it up. So, you know, if you want to see a guy have a chance to dump his motorcycle on the ground, if this fails, then that'll be something to watch. Okay, so this will, I'll probably do future little builds for things like, you know, making the 2 motorcycle or the boat rack or things to go on here, because there is a lot of uses. I was looking at the one, there's a guy that sells something, you know, a motorcycle thing, and for his, he has like just a drill that goes in. Now this will probably handle 3 times the weight of that. Looks like he was loading about 1,000 pounds, but I mean, with some testing and so forth, there's no reason this thing shouldn't at least double that, because of the weight of the steel and everything on here. But yeah, if you have any other ideas, we did get some watchers. If you have any other ideas for what to use it for, dumping, hauling, anything like that, I'd be interested to hear. But otherwise, like I said, next video, enough of me jabbing. We'll get to see it work.